Okay guys, I'm going to start my walkabout here, and this is the Hotel Amira. Now, if I mispronounce the Hotel Amira, it's because when I go to Zurich and I want to spend the night, maybe a couple of days in Zurich, there's a hotel I like to stay at called a Hotel Amiris, and this is the Hotel Amira right here. Okay, the first lesson to learn in Istanbul is the drivers and the pedestrians are always in a battle here. There's no really right of way. Even if there's a crosswalk, you're taking your life in your hands. It's kind of like a face-off between the driver and the pedestrian. You got to be careful. Okay, I'll probably shoot a couple of videos today. The plan is to go all the way up to the university, and if I did that, you know, with stopping along the way and stuff, the video would probably be like 3 hours. Now some of these videos, if not all of them, will not fit on Instagram, so you better get that subscription on YouTube. I gotta tell you something, guys, there's people from all over the world here. Hotels in here in Istanbul, especially in the tourist areas like this one, they can be pretty expensive. You know, I only stay here for a couple of days, but I think my room was like $200 a day. But on this trip, my travel rewards have paid for it. You know, when I come to Istanbul, I really don't stay as long as I should. But 3 times I've been here, it's been like a in and out, hit and run operation. Like I'm leaving on Friday. But I need to stay here longer to really explore this fantastic town. I'm thinking about instead of going down to Antalya for those 3 months, maybe spending a month here. Because you really got to check out the historical aspects of the city. Günaydın.
Morning.
Boy, these hills here, you can really get a workout. Ice cream is a big thing here in Turkey. Historical Turkish bath. I wonder if it's anything like a Thai massage. You know, another thing about Turkey is the colors. The colors of the people's clothes and the streets and the boulevards and the buildings and the food. It's real colorful here, man. This is a pretty good lunch hangout. I've eaten here during lunchtime. All kinds of tour agencies and offices here. Like I said, people from all over the world. There we go. Antalya. The Turks are having a big election on the 14th. And there's, of course, a lot of political posters everywhere. Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Okay, we're coming up to the Plaza Square here, where it really starts the tourist stuff. Like I said, you gotta be careful in traffic. That motherfucker didn't even look. You see what I mean? You know, there's a lot of in Istanbul, or actually in Turkey, as in a lot of the big cities in Europe. If you go online, you can find free walking tours, and they're really worth it. Now, see, if I would have gone on a walking tour, I could tell you what this obelisk was, but I ain't got the faintest idea. Like I said, I'll come here on a historical journey one day. But beautiful buildings. Well, and you hear all kinds of tongues here too, all kinds of languages. Talk about the Tower of Babel. Perhaps if I took a walking tour, I could tell you what this obelisk was for. And each one of them just as majestic as the obelisk in the center of the Place de la Concorde in Paris. And you look at this, you'd think this is some kind of Stargate shit. Boy, it's a nice morning. It's about 60 degrees. Nice morning. I was able to go into this building. This is some kind of government building, but I was able to sneak in there last trip and got rousted out of there because I had no business being in there. But the architecture and the furnishings are just gorgeous in that building right there. I think it's some kind of federal building, maybe. You know, when I was here last May, I was right here in the middle of Ramadan, and all the Muslims were here, I guess, doing their pilgrimage, and this place was just packed. A lot of stuff was closed, but there was just throngs and throngs of people here. I'm hesitating to turn my camera to the right because I want to hold the anticipation here of what's to the right of me. But this plaza is a huge freaking plaza. You can tell a lot of events and stuff go on right here. God, it's a nice morning. Reminds me of the Swiss weather. Excuse me? Sorry?
Sofia.
No. I'm Texas. No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm in the middle of a vlog, please. No, thank you. I'm in the middle of a vlog. Now, see what I mean? You know, that's the one thing about it. That's the one thing about Istanbul. You gotta fucking beat off the hawkers with the stick. First, you gotta be polite about it, but man, I've gone off on a couple. But later, you know, I feel bad, but shit. I mean, no means no. Fuck. I mean, if you think it's bad here, wait until you get down close to the Grand Bazaar. I mean, in order to get into one of the entries there, you've got to go through Hawker Avenue, where everybody wants to sell you something, have a great deal. It's kind of neat. I mean, how many times can you say no? But this guy back here, I caught him in my peripheral vision, and I knew he was coming up on me, and I was ready for that motherfucker. I mean, you want to be polite to them, but they won't take the first two no's. I know you're wondering what these throngs of people are down here, what they're looking at. I'm gonna show you. One of the best views in Istanbul, coming up. And always a big carnival atmosphere in Istanbul. Like I said, people from everywhere, man. Okay, here we go. The Blue Mosque. Now you can actually go in there, but I gotta tell you, I'm real queasy about, you know, I'm real queasy about going into Muslim religious establishments. You know, they're very welcoming, but I just feel weird about it. It's kind of like me going into a confession booth or something. You never find me in that either. And right on the opposite side of the Blue Mosque, or the across the street, so to speak, is the Hagia Sophia. This is also a mosque, but this was, believe it or not, this was a Christian temple when the Christians were here, and this was Emperor Constantine's headquarters during the siege of Istanbul. And after Mehmet II defeated Emperor Constantine and drove out the Christians, he sat his big fat ass right in the throne, right in this building right here. I mean, they're beautiful inside, but I just don't want to go in mosque. You know, when I'm down in Italia, they have prayer rooms in the malls, and you know, it's interesting to look in, but I don't want to go in there. Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. Okay, I'm gonna cut this one short and pick it up walking up to the Grand Bazaar.